Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot did address the media this morning at the scouting combine in Indy, and you're going to play the game for all of these cuts? What they said and what they meant?
I don't know. There's certainly going to be interjection. How about that? So just so you know, they met with local media first. Then they did what the national media is. You go to a podium, and every coach and every GM is going to do this. It's not like the Senior Bowl. Seems to be that everybody's showing up in that world for at least this part of it. Who stays, how many people they talk to. Give the number, though, that you gave earlier. The number 45 is indicative of what?
No offensive coaches are at the combine, according to D. Orlando Ledbetter, and all 45 interviews will involve defensive players.
My guess is that's a first all-timer that's never happened. Now, I don't know if this is this the 15-minute version of the conversation?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
This is the one that you get
their version of speed dating.
Okay. All right. 45 guys on the defensive side of the football are going to be talked to. So here's what I'm saying they're saying by having that become public. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Remember that scene in the 40-year-old virgin?
We know.
When he was doing speed dating and Kimberly Page, her boob was hanging out while she was talking.
What made you think of that?
Because you said,
speed dating.
15 minutes.
Yeah. But I want to see those boobs.
I'm sorry. That's how my mind works. I can't help it. Anyway, here's Terry Fontenot on the whole Kirk Cousins fiasco.
Kirk was on the injury report leading into the Denver game, and he wasn't on the injury report. Outside of that, we're only aware of that particular week. We talked about it when that change was made. It was a football decision. It was based off football decision. There wasn't anything injury related.
Okay, so what he said and what he meant. Do you want to play it here? Because I got some thoughts as well.
Sure. Yeah, one of two things. We had our backs to the field on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or he wasn't nice enough to go to the trainer because he realized at 35 years old, with his game quickly going downhill because of an injury, he was never going to get on the injury report again, because that would have been a reason that even these guys might have said, why don't we sit you for 2 weeks?
It just reiterates the fact that I can't trust you, because either you're lying, you're stupid, and I hate to use that word, you were in on it, all of the above. I don't know what it was, but once he visits the trainer, he could say whatever he wanted to say.
Then I see the play.
Then I watch him play.
Then I see on Wednesday, he can't rip a football.
I watch him play over multiple weeks. I got to figure something's going on there.
There's no way he was ripping footballs on Wednesday and Thursday. No way.
Yeah, that was a bit of a clerical error.
If you go to the trainer, you get on the report. You don't go to the trainer and you don't say anything, you don't get on the report. Now, again, they waited too long. It was football related. Gee, thanks. 3 weeks too late. Here's the problem with I can't trust you. You had this guy here. Now I'm going to ask you in 15 minutes and looking at film, a guy you don't know from Adam. You're going to judge what their abilities are when you had a guy in front of you who absolutely was hurt. And maybe he had mentals on top of it. The mentals being, oh, my God, I'm about to be exposed.
So as a follow-up, if I were to say,
sure,
I was there, you mean to tell me that a conversation amongst the staff and the front office was never had? We had it on Sports Talk Radio, in the gym, at the bar. You never had a conversation with one another asking, you think this guy's okay? Because he doesn't seem okay. Because if you never had that conversation, I can't have you in charge. I can't have you here.
I think what they would say is, we kept asking him, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm healthy. So he okey-doked you. But I agree with you. Here's my thing on Sundays. When you're getting either on the plane, getting off the plane after you've looked at video, if it's a home game, you leave the stadium, where do you go? You go back and you look at it and you say, okay, I need to have my crap together for tomorrow. So you look at the game again and you make notes. And did anybody ever text chain, airplane seating, me, you, and him? This guy, what's going on with him? You think he's hurt? That's what you're asking.
Because they were sure doing it on that Monday night affair. Louis Riddick and the rest of the broadcast team when they watched Kirk Cousins. So if the world knew, how did they not know? There's no way they didn't have that conversation
and if it was
inside the building at Flowery Branch.
How about this? Let's just say that they were bamboozled. Well, he told us he was healthy. We thought he was healthy. How many weeks in a row did you have to see him play bad football? Like the idea that you're coming clean with, no, it wasn't an injury thing. It was football related. Yeah, he stunk for multiple weeks. And Nick, here's the other thing, because there is a relativeness to this. Your kid a good student?
He's okay.
Okay.
When he wants to be.
Yeah, I got grinders. My kids aren't geniuses. They're not easily smart, but they grind. They do the work. If you had a kid who gets an A, 96 on a test, gets an A, 98 on a test. Then the next 4 tests are 42, 31, 32, 28. If you're a teacher worth a damn, and you're still in it to teach, don't you think that you go up to the kid who had been an A student who now is failing and go, hey, Jimmy, Sally, let's talk about this. What's happening? That's what, like, the fact that they couldn't either see it. There are grades. It's quarterback ratings. 144, 146, 72, 48.
Chris, we
whatever
saw
the hell his
it.
numbers were.
The average guy in the bar saw it.
Right,
You mean
Nick,
to tell me they never saw
Nick,
it?
he started failing exams. Don't you think at that point you've got to go, why are you now struggling with everything that you used to be really good at? That's the analogy. It's a 5th grader, 8th grader, somebody even in college. Well, why is this happening? Why are you all of a sudden not a good student? Is something going on at home? Are you okay? When you have a $1 billion business, I'm going a little bit harder than, oh, okay, he's okay. He told me he's okay. I got to go a little harder than that.
I agree. Terry Fontenot also talked about the unicorn, Kyle Pitts.
Kyle's a really talented player. He's done some really good things, and you can see, man, you can make a highlight tape and see all the good things that he's done. And we talked about that at the end of the season. We know there's a really high expectation for him. And so where we stand at this point, where Kyle, in his mind, this offseason, I'm going to do everything I can do to make sure I'm effective and I'm helping this team win.
So if I were to make a highlight tape, would it be easier to make a highlight tape of the mistakes or the highlights that are worthy of watching over and over again, as in great catch, great yards after the catch? Because I would think that you can make anybody look good. If you want to put together a highlight tape, you can make anybody look good. But again, you're stepping on your own toe. You're insulting people's intelligence. That's what you're doing.
You heard what he said. Ask me what he meant.
What did he mean?
We're so fed up with him, too. I can't believe we're going to pay him that money this year. And we had to extend by NFL rules before we saw him not do anything again this year.
This was your guy out of the gate. This was the first guy you selected as a GM.
You were wrong. You know, whatever it is he doesn't want to be that. He can't be that. Whatever it is. I don't care. By the way, with him, I don't care if it's injury or not. I don't even care if it's injury or not. I know that we got suckered into having, by NFL rules, picking up the 5th year. So ask me about the highlight package.
What about this highlight package?
I spit coffee onto the computer, and I apologize.
I heard you swearing this morning, muttering as you had the headphones in. That must have been what you were swearing and muttering at, yeah.
Yeah, because you know what I realized?
This is unblankable.
Sorry, was I saying it out loud?
Yeah, you were.
Because I had the headsets on. I
Ian
couldn't even hear
Finneran
myself.
were very entertained.
Oh, sorry. Or not sorry. I meant it. I meant every word of it. I wish I could say it all here. I'm going to give you something about a highlight package. I played in the JCC 2 years of basketball. Do you know what you could put together? A highlight package of me playing in the JCC. Because all it takes is 6 plays, 7 moments, hit a 3, good pass.
Heard you had a great 3-point play against the dentist, Ira Feinberg. They still talk about it to this day at the JCC.
It would be part of my highlight package. It was that good.
Yep. So the point is, you can, like I said, make anybody
That's embarrassing.
look good. It is.
And he is. Here's the other thing they said. He's committed. This is real now. He's committed, just like we're committed as a staff to make him better. That's from Raheem Morris.
Good. He's
and
4
Terry
years
Fontenot.
in as a 4th overall pick. That's good that now he's committed.
Mm-hmm. He is. He's committed. But again, what they're really saying is we're fed up with him, too.
All right, let's move on to Raheem Morris talking about last year versus this year, big picture.
Last year we came out, wanted to get a quarterback. That was a really clear goal for us. This year we've obviously got to increase our pass rush like we did towards the end of the season. So we'll definitely have an eye for those guys. Here there's a lot of great rushers in this draft, and we look forward to evaluating those guys and be able to put them up to the test against everybody else.
Non-offensive. I'll give him a pass. It's not offensive. I mean, I don't think he should have to explain to the national football media or to us that, you know, we think the pass rush might be a thing that we should be better at. But it's not offensive. The entire cut is not offensive.
We should also add that Terry Fontenot did say, as of right now, Kirk Cousins, the plan is for him to still be the backup quarterback. And there I agree. That's what you have to say.
Sure.
If you're Terry Fontenot,
But
you have to try to sell it as best as you can. He has a future here.
Do you want to change your opinion about my educated guess 2 weeks ago that they pay him the $10 million, or do you want to hold fast till they don't?
I'm still going to hold fast to the fact that they don't. March the 17th is the drop-dead date where if he's still on the roster, what a St. Patrick's Day celebration it's going to be in the Cousins household because he gets $10 million that day.
Yeah, they might go crazy. They might bring the kids to the park. I don't know
Hope they can afford it this time. He's the 6th highest paid quarterback in the history, total salary of the NFL.
$293 million. He'll push past $300 million because he's not done playing unless he just decides to retire with whatever payment. The Falcons have to pay him anyway. The $10 million with the increase in the cap. I just think the $10 million is we're going to stretch this for as long as we can. I also believe you could trade him. Like, I'm not holding out fantasy hope.
Why would anybody pay him that salary though? Why?
No, you negotiate it down, Nick. You don't pay the whole thing. You negotiate it down.
Good luck.
I'm just telling you that if somebody says, and I'm going to tell you why somebody would do this. Because for $2 million, even if he's the backup, he's the best backup in the NFL. That's worth a 6th-round pick. Do you understand that people spend 3rd and 4th-round picks trying to find their backup?
It's not about that. It's about the salary. Is he willing to take less money? That's my question.
He's signing for the minimum, whether he's released or not.
Yeah, but the Falcons still have to pay him.
Yes.
But if you trade him, then the other team has...
You can negotiate the number down.
All right.
Falcons are screwed. The $10 million is not the screw.
I know they're screwed.
Like, we're not busting a John on March 17th. The screw has happened. Like, it's been done. You're just now figuring out the price of all of this.
Here's Raheem Morris. One of the topics making the rounds was the Packers are against the tush-push, and I guess Raheem Morris agrees.
The tush-push play, I was never been a big fan. There's just no other play in our game where you can absolutely get behind somebody and push them, pull them off, do anything to be able to use it. I never really understood it and why that was legal, so I'm definitely going to be one of those guys voting against that.
Okay. That's what he said. Here's what he meant. We don't do it, so we shouldn't have to try to defend it. We're not good at it. Therefore, we'd like it out of the league. That would be like saying nobody can make one-handed catches anymore. That's, to me, what it's the equivalent of. No more one-handed catches. Our guys aren't very good at one-handed catches. I'll tell you another thing. I told you yesterday, if I was the commissioner, bring the guy with the football to the ground. Short of a horse collar. I don't want a horse collar. I will absolutely...
The hip tackle, you have no problem
with. No problem with. I don't have a problem with a high-low. I don't have a problem with anything. I'm going to be honest. I don't have a problem with going with your helmet. I don't. I mean, I know the safety stuff, and I'm supposed to be more politically correct than this, but if that's the way to get a guy down who's 250 pounds and you're going to missile him, I understand why. You want to play in the NFL, you got to bring that guy down. It's your job. Missile him. It's never coming back. Offensively, you think I'm kidding about this. I think you should be able to throw somebody over the line of scrimmage to get a first down. I think you go get Willie the Wisp at 122 pounds and have him, you know this thing when you try to lift somebody to get up on a wall, you put your fingers interlock like this?
Yeah, we used to climb fences that way. Yeah.
Right, you help a guy up.
I was the guy that helped everybody up. I was too heavy to step into somebody's hand.
May I? You know what they call
Kids
you?
Kids would get hurt.
You're called the base.
Yeah.
You're the base of the pyramid. You're the base of getting everybody else over the wall.
Right.
Which meant that what they were doing on the other side of the wall, you weren't a part of.
Nope.
Because you weren't getting over on yourself.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, what are you doing over there?
Sounds like fun.
Back over.
Sounds like fun. I'll be over here. I'll wait.
But you're saying you can do that in the NFL if it means scoring a touchdown.
Yeah. Like, what is he talking about when he said, can you play that again? He said something
about... The tush-push play, I was never been a big fan. There's just no other play in our game where you can absolutely get behind somebody and push them,
That's the
pull
beauty
them
of
off,
it.
do anything to be able
There was
to
no other play in the game until there was a play in the game.
That's why it works.
If I'm Rich McKay and company, thank you, Green Bay Packers. Thank you, Raheem Morris. Next. Duly noted, I believe, is what they say. We're not voting on this.
I got to add fuel to the Matt Chernoff fire when it comes to supporting Julio Jones. And our friend David Branson, who somehow should be on the payroll, he finds these numbers all the time.
Yeah.
Among the 102 players with 60 or more touchdown receptions, Julio Jones, his percentage is the 7th worst in ratio of receptions to touchdown receptions.
With all due respect to David, that's the point. We just talked about a guy the other day, and Plaxico Burress has 2 fewer touchdowns. He's got 14,000 yards and 66 touchdowns. I've been right about this guy forever. I'm sorry, he's not a golden calf. He doesn't get the free pass.
Shock job.
He looks incredible. He had moments of incredible. He didn't do the number one. Now, look, he got first down. I'm not calling him a bum.
But touchdowns, I mean, that's the name of the game.
Terrible. So do you want a guy who looks better or a guy who performs better? Do you want a guy who wins the swimsuit contest or a guy who actually scores touchdowns?
Well, I mean, years ago, you said Mike Evans. You'll take Mike Evans over Julio Jones, and you look at the touchdown numbers, and you look at the production, and also, aside from Brady, you look at, for the most part, who was throwing him the football over the years, and you'll take Mike Evans.
Matt Chernoff defends Julio Jones' career.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is one of those, okay, and look, much like we can put a highlight package
We're
together. Kyle
against
Pitts.
Matt Chernoff, and he's going to get mad again when you bring
I don't
stuff
want.
like
No,
this
I'm
up.
not doing it today.
Well, that's why I said at the risk of lighting his fuse.
Do we have the beginning of the press conferences? Because it was
Going
almost,
back to Raheem Morris.
Yeah, I think it was open mic night for a second.
But this is Terry. Raheem said some things. This is Terry Fontenot saying some things as well. Work in the room, so to speak.
The Tennessee Vols in the house. All right. I see your shirt. What's that? Is that Mardi Gras or something on your shirt? What is? Okay, got it.
I think he's a decent guy.
He is
I
a
think
nice
he
man.
wants to be engaged.
I think they're both good guys.
Yeah, I do. I think they both want to
But
be
when
engaged.
it comes to this job, I don't think it's for them.
Hey, are
That's
those
all.
are those pants you're wearing?
What do you have there? An Adidas logo on your shirt? Yeah, it's an Adidas pullover.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't want to pile on.
Great. You got
I'm
three
done
stripes
piling on.
on your shoulders
My
there.
kids like that.
Long sleeve, huh? It's got a hood on the back.
Yeah, it does. They want to be engaging. I think they also.
I think now we're piling.
Tennessee Vols in the house.
I think now we're starting to pile on, if I may.
Yeah.
Now we're going too far.
You don't understand
I
the
don't
rules.
think so.
You don't understand the rules. If I say we're piling on, I know we're piling on.
I'm agreeing with you.
Right.
I see your shirt.
We're
What's that? Is it
definitely-
Mardi Gras or something on your shirt?
Now
What
we're
is-
definitely
I
piling
feel
on.
better about myself when I tell the truth. I'm about to pile on.
I see you're bald, huh? You shave your head. Is that a goatee on your face?
You ever eat a beignet?
They're trying to be engaging, and I think a lot of people think, hey, nice guys don't usually get blasted. I get it. By the way, you're going to open up and just try to. There's an icebreaker. Now, Tennessee Vols in the house. What is there? One guy with a Tennessee t-shirt.
Tennessee
on?
Vols in the house.
Yeah. Casey Clausen's there. Yeah. If you know, you know. Yeah, yes, we're piling on. Yes, we are.
Hold on. Is that Philip Fulmer?
All right.
All right.